Hello everybody, how are you doing? So today what we're going to do is we're actually going to use some really weird tower combinations. I think the first one that I'm going to do is for sure just a spike factory and a mortar. And I don't know what else I'm going to do. I might just stick with that depending on how it goes. If there's a water map or something, I might end up using boats and spike factories. I think that sounds kind of cool and interesting. But with anything that isn't a water map, I'm going to have to use something else besides the spike factory, or I will easily get destroyed beyond belief. So just because we can, we'll get a boat, and just because we can, we'll get what's a terrible tower, a ninja. How about that? So now we have reasonably good camo detection, so that's good news for us. But our popping power is slightly lacking. I think the first thing I'm going to do is start off with the spike factory, actually, not a mortar. And then, oops, I didn't even mean to put it there. But okay, that was a total accident. So let's just wait this out. These spikes are, that's actually not that bad of a spot, I suppose. It's actually hard to use spike factories on this map because if you notice, like, there's no possible way you can actually put the spike factory, so it only puts spikes on this part of the map, which I guess is kind of sad. This guy is, of course, going boomerangs and stuff like that, so hopefully we'll actually be able to stop this. So he understands my weakness, and he's sending out mass amounts of red balloons. Okay, that's fine, because what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to build a mortar pretty soon. And I'm just getting some economy right now, but I will get my mortar really soon up here. And we can just put it like right over here, and that will pop all those red balloons. Or not all of them, but enough of them. So, I'm actually lagging pretty hardcore right now. I don't know why. I think it might be because I'm on the new website. I'm actually on the new website right now playing, and we might have to adjust that depending. But as of right now, we're doing okay. I'm actually going to move my mortar over here back towards the beginning. We're going to get a couple upgrades for this mortar. I think getting the mortar upgrades are more important than the spike factory right now. The spike factory is just my like last-ditch effort of destruction defense, I suppose. And if this guy starts sending out pinks versus me, I'm going to have to do something like that. For example, start getting spike factory upgrades. But if he doesn't, then I'm totally fine. So this guy is, of course, he has a 3-0 boomerang, which means that I really can't do too much to him for the next 4 rounds or so. I really can't do any damage to him. I still have surprisingly full lives. I'm actually going to get the best upgrade for the mortar is Burny Stuff by far. So if you get Burny Stuff, if it hits any of those balloons, it's like an easy destruction of pretty much all of them. Now, as far as finding a good spot for the mortar, I really don't know where a perfect spot is. Like, this spot seems like it's reasonable, just because it can hit like balloons over here and balloons over here. But I really don't know the best spot for the mortar on this level. Personally, I like putting it right over here when I need some straight-up camo detection. But I'd rather pop the balloons earlier, especially if he's going pinks and stuff like that. So this guy's not really sending too many balloons out at me, and he's actually going farms, which means I think I'm going to have an advantage pretty late game here. I think I'm going to have no problem actually beating people with mortars and spike factories. Yeah, I really don't see like a complete unbelievable weakness to my defense. Pretty much at all. Which I guess is kind of surprising. You would think spike factories and mortars is just like a terrible combination. Like, who would do that? Well, I guess me. I know, I understand. But I've never actually seen anybody just do this. I've never seen anybody actually do lots of stuff that I do. But this is one of those ones that it seems like it just takes the cake for me. So there's all my spikes over here. They're not doing too good. And in fact, instead of going with like a bunch of upgraded spike factories, I'm probably just going to stick with a bunch of unupgraded spike factories, at least to start off with. And my window is open, so if we start hearing lots and lots of noise, I might have to go over and close that window. It's super duper nice here today. It's super awesome. It's probably like 55 degrees or something like that, which when you're used to 33s and 34s pretty much every day, constantly for a really long time, this is a nice day. So, okay, he's finally sending out blacks versus me, so I'm going to have to do something against those guys. I'm actually going to get another spike factory and another mortar, and I think this mortar is going to be extremely helpful. Hopefully we don't lose too many lives versus all these blacks. So it looks like we're actually doing okay versus these guys. All that flaming stuff is actually really helpful. So we might actually lose some lives here, but my spike factory seems to be actually suiting the right spot, so it's working out fantastically well. I'm so surprised we only had like 0 spikes left when he did that. So now we have to start making a really solid defense. So what do you do when you need a really solid defense with spike factors and mortars? Well, personally, I don't think you should upgrade too many mortars. I think you should go with, too many spike factories. I think you should go with mostly mortars. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to get a couple of these guys actually upgraded first. That's the first thing on the agenda. Get a bunch of those guys upgraded. actually get double upgrades on the left side here. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to actually take out most of these regrow balloons. Now it seems like we're actually getting regrow overrun right now, and I think we can actually take these guys out if I am thinking correctly. I really hope we can. But we're actually getting overrun fairly well here, which is not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. And yeah, those regrow balloons are actually getting by really fast. It's kind of because I have mortars all spread out throughout the entire map, so it gives them time to regrow and stuff. But if I get my spike factory up a little bit, we shouldn't actually have a problem. Now this guy has a pretty solid defense right now. So what to do, rapid reload, Bernie stuff, rapid Bernie stuff here. And I do have a full camo upgraded tower, and he's getting even more rerow balloons on me, so I don't even know what the heck to do. It seems like we're taking most of them out, but we're not taking them all out. And it looks like we lost the game. That's sad. Too bad. Okay, let's try another one, and let's see if we can adjust our strategy just a little bit. Maybe put mortars kind of more attacking close to each other. Now, like I said, there's really no perfect spot for like a mortar on that map. That's the real problem that I have, especially versus regrow balloons. Because every time you can't put them all in the same spot, because Bernie stuff won't really work. And then if you do put them in this or if you put them in like different spots, then it allows them to regrow. So it's just a tough balancing act between trying to put them close together and trying to put them to have the max Bernie stuff action. So I might have actually had to upgrade more spike factories kind of at the beginning just to get rid of regrow balloons. That might have helped out quite a bit, but I'm not really too sure. So let's actually just pick super monkeys and buggy aces or something. Who really cares? We're going still mortars and spike factories. Obviously this guy's super duper good. He got 12,000 battle score basically. So, or 11,000? I don't know. I thought it was 12,000. Whatevs. I'm going to start off with a spike factory. Or no, actually I'm going to start off with the mortar this time. And the reason why I'm going to start off with the mortar is because this place actually has really good mortar spots. So unlike the other one, I can do a lot better, I think. He started off with a farm, so that's probably, it doesn't mean it's bad news, but it could be bad news for him, depending on if he upgrades that farm. If he upgrades that farm, he might have a little bit of a problem. Okay, so he might be going, as far as I see, if he builds a cannon, he should be okay. But if he doesn't build a cannon, he's probably going to lose some lives. At least I think so. He might not lose billions of lives, but he might lose some. So my mortar's doing fantastic work right now. Not having any problems here. I'd like to get a spike factory up. In fact, I'm probably gonna. I don't even know where to put it though. That's basically the problem that I'm running on right now. Is where do I put my spike factory? So if you can see, lots and lots of lives lost for him. Not that great of an idea right now. Just not working out fantastically for him. So a green balloon did escape, but I'm just gonna keep sending out these red balloons. Oh, there we go. So he actually built one of those guys. And now it's time for, let's get Bernie stuff. Get a Bernie stuff action going. And just to stop these balloons from getting through, I will rearrange that mortar really fast. And we'll get another mortar. And we'll get Bernie stuff on this one as well. And that'll help out a lot versus all the pinks and stuff that he'll probably end up sending at me. Yes, I know, he did. He sent a bunch of pinks at me. Bernie stuff, that'll help out quite a bit. I don't know if we're going to lose 0 lives, but I think we'll actually be doing okay versus most of these balloons. They shouldn't overwhelm us too much, especially if I get some bigger blasts going. So we're losing slight amount of lives, but I'm not too worried. I think we're doing okay here. I'm actually going to start sending out more economy. As long as I can get them down to blues or reds by like right over here. I almost just pointed at the screen, by the way. That's how sad of a life I live. I just pointed at the screen with my finger instead of the mouse. As long as we can get them down to like reds or blues over here, we'll actually pop them all really easily. The Bernie stuff will do their job. So now the main problem here is probably going to be level 6, is how do you pop the black balloons and stuff. So I'm actually going to get a spike factory pretty darn close up to right over here. And if I get a spike factory there, that should pop the black balloons. I'm probably going to get a couple upgrades for it, actually. My last game, I actually realized that I kind of had problems with that. I didn't have enough spike factory popping power, so I'm probably just going to stop with my money for now. I'd like to get higher amounts of money, but I need something to at least pop those blacks. So spike, okay, he's not sending any balloons versus me, so I will just continue on with what I'm doing. And honestly, I plan on losing pretty much, not all my games, but I probably will lose quite a few, especially versus these good people. Like, I kind of didn't really expect to lose last game, but the guy was actually really good. He actually knew to get mortars up in time, he knew to get his boomerangs up, so he was just playing really good. And Spike Factory is doing fantastic right now. He's not sending any balloons versus me at the moment. Currently, he is not. So I'm just going to keep going with my economy just a little bit. I think, actually, you know what? I probably have to stop about now. 500 is probably my max. And then, how do you upgrade a Spike Factory? Well, the first Spike Factory upgrade you always want to get is the left-sided upgrade. Get a 1-0 Spike Factory first. And then after that, you can kind of start to decide what you want to do. You can start to get either... Oh, poo. Oh, poo, he's sending a regrow balloon versus me. That's not good. But we gotta make sure we destroy these guys as fast as possible. Otherwise, we're just gonna regrow into everything. So we're probably gonna lose right here again. Oh no! Come on, come on, come on. Oh, looks like we lost. Crap! How am I gonna beat people with this? I don't know. So I really have to start adjusting my strategy. Okay, so this... Okay, we can take this guy out. We can take him out, no problem. I got this. No worries, guys. Boom, let's get this game rolling. And now one thing that people have been saying is, Chris, you've been playing with only boomerangs, or you've been playing with only this, or only that, or only this. What about super monkeys? Why don't you play with only super monkeys? First of all, that doesn't even freaking make sense. Like, that idea is just terrible. Like, what is wrong with you? Lots of people seem saying that, so maybe I shouldn't say that. And then some people are like, well, you can just use some dart monkeys in the meantime. Why don't you use dart monkeys and save up for a super monkey? Did you realize during my dart monkey video that I had to spend all my money the entire time? There was, like, no way that I could possibly save up for a super monkey? So, that being said, just understand the point of me not actually going to make an only super monkey video ever. Ever. Or even a Super Monkey plus something video. I'm probably not going to end up doing that. So let's just leave this mortar over here. I'll actually get, oh, actually, I should start sending out balloons here. I kind of forgot about that. That was kind of a noob move. So we should be able to pop most of those balloons with this mortar. He's actually really good. And in fact, let's just get the bigger blast just because we can. We can afford it really easily. And then we're going to need Bernie stuff for level 4. And probably some sort of Spike Factory or something, or it can go with double mortars. Either way. But we need something to pop all those pinks, and if you notice, it's really hard to pop all those pinks with just one mortar, because Bernie stuff does not do enough popping power to them. So 2 mortars is usually probably better, and if you get 2 mortars, you're probably going to have to get some sort of random upgrades for them as well. So for sure, we're going to get Bernie stuff, and then we're going to see if we need to get another mortar here, depending on how much... balloons he sends out at me. If he's smart, he'd send out pinks. But he's sending out group blues. So, well, I don't know. Maybe he's not smart. Maybe he's just going with a different type of strategy. If it was me, I'd probably send out pinks at my enemy. Or, maybe group blues, depending on how I feel. But if I did, I wouldn't send out like 5 group blues. I send out like tons of group blues. So my mortar is doing fairly good. I'm going to get a really solid in-game economy here. 400 or so is probably good enough. And then I'd like to start massing some stuff over here. So in fact, I'm probably, instead of going with millions of mortars, I'm probably just going to stick with a really solid Spike Factory. Really solid Spike Factory. Like, maybe a 3-2 Spike Factory or something. I don't think I've ever seen a Spike Factory that was 2-4 in battles. That'd be interesting to see. Probably cause massive amounts of lag, but definitely cool nonetheless. So, okay, it's time. We gotta start saving up for some stuff. Round 6 coming up, so that's black balloons. We need to pop them somehow, and honestly, right now, I cannot do it. There's just no way. Even with the Spike Factory, even with the mortar, no way. So we need to start saving up money, get something going here. I'm gonna get a 1-0 mortar, or 1-0 Spike Factory first. And then after that, you can start saving up for, okay, that's not good. So, grouped greens mean my Spike Factory is going to do absolutely nothing. They will not allow me to get any more spikes. But that also means if he starts sending out blacks after that, my Spike Factory would do pretty much nothing. So now I officially have a 1-2 Spike Factory, which is okay, but it's not like unbelievably fantastic or anything. It's not going to pop all those balloons. Personally, I don't like Spike Factories. I think they're terrible in battles. I think if you're going to use Spike Factories, the only real possible way that you could probably use it is to help pop Moabs, because the spikes are actually really good versus Moabs. and that means getting like a 2-3 or something like that. But there's just so many other ways to go about popping Moabs. Just get cannons and stuff like that. This really isn't a good idea. But even the Spike Ball Factory, even the 3-2 Spike Factory is just not that good. And look how much money I already put into this. Lots of money. This is like 2,400 plus 900 plus 700 plus 700 plus another 2,000. That's a lot of money, guys. That is a lot of money for just these stupid little spike balls that come out rarely ever. It just shoots too slow. I mean, and they just go way too fast. It's just a problem for me. I don't really like it too much. Now, I know my economy is reasonably low, but I think I'm just gonna save up a bunch of money and go for a really solid attack around like 15 or something like that. Or if I need to, I'll save up for a mortar. But right now, I need to get some sort of defense. So let's get a solid defense here. I'm gonna put my mortar over. I'm actually gonna put it right here. 1, 2, and 1, 2. And that'll just get me more Bernie stuff. Spread out the Bernie stuff just a little bit so we can actually do more possible damage to all the towers all together. And now he's sending out group balloons versus me. Or he's just sending out zebra balloons versus me or something. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. But, I mean, they're kind of overrunning me. So, probably not the best thing for me. So I need to get another mortar up here. We'll put one right here. 1, 2... 1, 2, and lots of black balloons. So the black balloons should actually get popped by most of my towers. And I'm actually getting overrun again. Oh my goodness, this is just a terrible combination right here. I am just terrible right now. And I cannot do anything versus him. He's not even sending out regrow balloons versus me. I'm getting overrun. Look at that. So now a couple random spike factories here just to get some extra popping power. That might help out just a little bit. Every little bit of popping power will help out just that much, even though it's kind of random popping power. I understand that. So zebras and rainbows now all compacted together. Holy poopsicles! Look at those guys. I think we can take out most of them, but not all of them. So we lost quite a few lives right there. Will we lose? Yeah, we just lost again. Oh my goodness! What are we gonna do? So that's like 3 losses in a row. 3 losses in a row. It's kind of sad. I think the next video might have to be me beating lots of people with something. I don't know. What could I use to beat lots of people? That's kind of weird. Maybe glue gunners. People don't like glue gunners that much, but they're actually really effective. Here's another really good player. So what the heck are we going to do? We're going to get destroyed again. It's a mega problem right now. Alright, and let's get a... Oh! We can use boats on this level. I could have used boats on the last 2 levels too. I kind of forgot about that. So let's use, instead of a mortar, we use boats. Alright. And then super monkeys. And let's use, how about ninjas? So let's test this out. This might be a little bit more fun, but boats are still really bad. Just understand that boats are really bad. But boats can probably be used more effectively than mortars, just because mortars can't pop the black balloons. Except if you get a big one, of course, you know, people are always going to be like, blah, 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 you can pop the black balloons with the big one. Yeah, that does happen quite a bit, and it's really annoying, actually. So let's get our boat up. Boat's going to help out quite a bit. I'm actually going to fit quite a few boats in here, so I'm going to probably put 2 boats just to start. Actually, you know what, let's get this. That's going to help out so much. Why not? And, of course, we're going to get faster shooting as well. And then we're going to start sending out balloons. So this guy's going for a 0-3 boomerang first, and then he's going to go for a 2-3 boomerang, and that's going to help out quite a bit. Not going to be able to do any damage to him, obviously, until probably around 7 or 8. And that's the correct thing to do, build a 2-3 boomerang, but instead I'm going with these random stupid boats, which do not work at all. We're just going for some enjoyment playing right now, not some learn how to destroy people type of gameplay. The learn how to destroy people type of gameplay is pretty much like, it's most of my videos, to be honest. Most of my episodes, between like 30 and 60, are probably just destroying people videos. At least that's the way I look at them. So my throat's of course getting dry and raspy. I hate when my voice gets raspy. I hate when that happens, and I need to press that red button, or that number 1 button to send out the red balloons. Okay, round 4. So let's get some more economy going here, get the blue balloons up. And if you start sending out pinks versus me, I'm going to need some more popping power, so I'm going to need some more boats, or probably just start upgrading my boats a little bit. But as you can plainly see, boats are not that fantastic. We're almost getting overrun with these blue balloons right here. Almost. And actually, it's probably better to get grape shot before you get faster shooting. Just to understand that. But I'm actually going to put this guy on last, and he'll probably pop more balloons if I put them on last. This guy, on the other hand, will probably not pop more balloons if I put him on last. Or, in fact, I just want to make sure I don't lose the least amount of lives as possible. So, I'm getting overrun here fairly easily, so I need to get some more boats up. As you can plainly see, boats are not that fantastic. We can barely beat group blues with these. So I'm going to need some more of these guys. And you know, you might be saying, get a cannon ship, get a cannon ship. Yeah, I understand get a cannon ship. But look how many freaking balloons are overrunning me. Like, how am I going to get a cannon ship right now? I probably want too much economy. But the good news is if we survive, which I think we will, I can probably get a cannon ship pretty soon here. So, we're actually finally destroying these balloons. Finally got enough popping power here. Even if he starts sending out greens, we'll actually start defeating them for a little while, and I'm going to get a cannon ship now. So now it's time to get a cannon ship. He's sending out so much economy versus me, though. He has a really solid economy. Group greens now. Let's get our cannon ship. We got crow's nest and cannon ship. So let's leave this guy on last. That guy will pop a lot of these random balloons over here, and it actually makes it shoot faster as well, I believe. I think it makes these grape shots and stuff actually shoot faster. So he's getting another boomerang up. That's really smart of him. Regrow blacks and stuff like that will probably overrun him a little bit, but now that he has 2 boomerangs, I'd rather not waste the money. I'm just going to save my money up and try and deal with those guys a little bit later. So if he sends out regrow yellows or something like that, I'm actually going to have to get another cannon ship. So, yeah, I just have to be a little bit careful of that. Like, those yellows kind of overran me a little bit. I don't know. Boats are really bad. What the heck do you do with boats? Now, people might be also saying, like, why don't you get a 3-2 boat or something? Those guys are really good. No, they're not. They're very bad. So don't get those guys. Cannon ships are much better, and they can also pop camo leads and stuff like that. So they're probably the way to go if you're going to do something like that. Now, I have quite a bit of money, so I can either go with a giant rush or go with giant defense. And of course, I want to rush this guy, but he has a solid defense. There's nothing I could possibly rush him with to win the game. So, like, it's kind of bad. So I'm actually just going to try and go for a quick camo rush here. I spent like $2,000 on that guy. And he finally did get his thing up, but now I'm just going to send out a regrow rush versus him because I will overrun him with this regrow rush. And I know I'm selling all my stuff, but I will be able to overrun him with these random regrow rushes. And that should be the end of the game, I hope, because he had to sell his towers to get this guy up. And it's going to be a really close game here, but I think we got it. There we go, victorious. So he kind of just went a little bit too much economy going with those yellow balloons a little late, and we actually were able to overrun him. So we did not win because of the awesome boat defense. We won because we were able to send out the correct balloons versus our enemy. And that's usually what you want to do. Send out the correct balloons versus your enemy, and you're going to be okay. And he probably thought I was a mega noob or something like that because I was going full boats. So that's probably why he did that. And now, oh my goodness, another really good player. What the heck are we going to do? Well, we can try boats again, I suppose. Boats. Let's get the worst tower ever, of course. Super Monkey, we'll get a farm. Get boats and ninjas. Yeah, ninjas. Start off with boats, of course. Oops, wrong side. Put this guy on... I don't know. Where's a good spot to put this guy? Probably on, like, first, like, over here or something. Doesn't matter where all the popping power comes from, as long as it is popping power right now. Boats, as far as boats go, I think. Only real problem with this is I probably should just put it on close, because, like, if I put it on close, he'll actually aim right over here. And what that'll cause is he'll start shooting this way, and all of his grape shots will spread out throughout the entire map. So this guy's going with a wizard to start. Personally, I don't like wizards to start. You know, I've seen it with quite a few random people that are really good that actually, not really good, but like high levels that start off with wizards. I just don't understand it completely. Maybe people are going for fun, maybe people are going randoms or something like that, but I personally just don't understand it. So, we're actually able to pop these space blues fairly easily. We probably need to get another boat up here pretty soon, but as much economy as possible in the beginning levels is super duper important. Get the early game economy, and then you'll be good for late game or mid game. Now I realize we're losing some lives here. I can get one more boat and then get some more economy here. And I'm actually going to put this guy, I'd like to put him on, I don't know, first or last, I don't know, whatever I suppose. So I'm probably going to get some more upgrades for my boats really soon here, depending on what he sends at me. I really cannot do anything versus this guy right now. He's got really high upgrades and he's not sending out too much versus me. So it's pink time. That means we got to start sending out, or start upgrading our random boats here. Getting more boats, the more the better. I'm actually going to put this guy on close as well. I don't even know strong. I suppose strong is probably the best thing to put him on. More boats, we'll just put it right here. Don't really know why, just because, like over here, it just doesn't work very well, obviously. Just keep shooting over in this random spot, and that's just not good. Over here works okay, it pops most of those balloons, especially on close. This guy actually just cleans up the rest, and we're going to go a little bit more economy. I'm actually going to stop right around 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm not planning on this game going very long at all, because of course he's going with the Spike Factory, which is just awful. Maybe he's making videos too, I don't know. But he's going Spike Factors and Wizards, which is just like a terrible combination. So let's not do that. Let's just destroy him as fast as possible. In fact, we might be able to actually overrun him with some random regrows pretty early on. So let's test this out. Test it out. So he has a farm now. That's kind of odd. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm gonna need. Okay, so he's gonna probably send out blacks versus me or something like that. So I'm gonna need more boats. More boats. Yes, more boats. I'm actually gonna put one over here too. You might be thinking I'm putting in like really weird spots. Oh, I can't put it here. But the way I see it is, if it shoots straight down this line or straight down this line or like straight down over here, it's always gonna be good. But if this guy's shooting and he's just shooting all the things off of the screen, it's just terrible. It doesn't work out. The only good thing is I can get a cannon boat here actually, and that's gonna help out quite a bit because it's gonna explode everything. So that's the main difference there. That's why I kind of got that boat there, because I was planning on getting a cannon ship. But other than that, he's getting some lightning wizards up. So we're gonna actually send out a couple of regrow blacks versus him and see what happens. Maybe we can actually overrun him just a little bit. I'm not sure. Not totally sure, but it seems like we're doing okay. And I don't want to waste all my money though. That's the main thing here. So he's got a mortar and stuff. I'm actually going to stop sending these out because it doesn't look like we're going to overrun him. And if I'm not going to do any damage to him, I'm not going to worry about it. There's no point to just making him, you know, just let me. I'm just wasting money if I send out lots and lots of stuff versus him. I have lots of money though. That's the good news. Oh crap, my cannon ship's actually missing with all his cannons. So I'm actually going to put him on first instead of close because he was just missing on everything. That's not good. So the real question is, do I go with a cannon ship or do I just save up for the biggest rush of them all? I think we're going for the biggest rush of them all. Regrow balloons. Probably just rainbow regrow balloons will actually destroy him. I'm serious. Just regular rainbow spaced rainbows will beat him. So we're gonna wait till level 12. Actually, you know what? Let's do it now. Let's beat him to the punch. You guys ready for it? And boom shakalaka. Pretty sure we can actually beat him with these space zebras. Actually, yeah, it seems like we're doing lots of damage to him. So I'd like to just keep going on with this, and he doesn't really have. I mean, he's kind of actually beating them for the most part. So I'm just gonna keep sending these out. So they're really not that expensive, you know. I'm just gonna keep him on his toes. So I'm just gonna keep sending out these group balloons and these space balloons and all these grouped rainbows. And I think that should be the game, actually. Oh no, this is gonna be a close game. He's starting to send out stuff versus me, camo stuff. Oh poo. Oh my goodness. We'll be able to take them out. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. We're losing lives. He's losing. Yes, we won that game. So I don't know what he was really thinking there, but it was an okay game, I suppose. And, so I picked it up a little bit by using boats, but obviously the mortars and the spike vectors, that was just bad news. Every single time people just sent regrow balloons versus me, and I just got destroyed. It was not fun. So that's really all I got for today's video. As always, if you want to like it for me, if you haven't subbed yet, please do that. We've kind of stopped with the 150 likes thing just because you guys are lame and you won't keep it up. So I'm going to probably start that up again pretty soon here. But that's all, I don't know. That's all I got. So thanks for watching, guys.